Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm back here at Team Toyota of Princeton to check out this brand new 2024 Toyota GR86. This is the premium trim with the automatic transmission. You can also get this with a 6-speed manual. This is a rear-wheel drive ultralight sports car, and the question is for you guys to tell me, is this that compact weekend fun driving sports car you would buy, or are you going Mazda MX-5 instead? So let's dig in. Front end of our GR86, again, the color of steel here in the front, which is a standard silver. Toyota badge in the middle of the hood. GR badge on the right side of the flat black front grille. LED headlights, LED daytime running lamps, standard bulbs for turn signals, functional side air curtains. As we come around to our wheel and tire setup on this rear wheel drive sports car, what we're looking at here is an 18-inch machined aluminum alloy, satin black wheel, Toyota badge on the center cap. Now, these wheels are wrapped in Michelin Pilot Sport 4S summer tires, 215 on the width, a 40 series sidewall 18s, all four corners, rear wheel drive. Moving on out, I do like the fact that we don't have any chrome on this vehicle at all. I think the black wheels with the steel color goes very, very well. Now, suspension-wise on the GR86, we're McPherson front strut up front, multi-link in the rear with a Torsen rear limited slip diff. Moving in closer, here are the fender vents here that are functional as well coming down through here. We are gloss black on our side view mirrors, color matched on the door handle. Up top, we do have a color matched roof, shark fin antenna, no sunroof. Back end of the GR86, we have that deck lid spoiler coming off the top, Toyota badge in the middle, GR86 on the right side of the trunk area. LED lighting all the way around on the back, down below flat black around the bumper area with a functional dual exhaust. So since we got this GR86, let's take a listen, see how this baby sounds. We're under the hood of this 2024 GR86, and we have a 2.4 liter naturally aspirated flat 4 engine mated to a 6-speed automatic transmission. You can also get this with a 6-speed manual transmission, 228 horsepower, 184 pound-feet of torque, MPGs 21 in the city, 30 on the highway, 24 combined. The engine's minimum octane rating is 91 for premium unleaded fuel. However, the owner's manual does recommend the use of 93 octane or super unleaded gas for premium engine performance. Before we get into the interior, you're going to want to know, Mike, how much do I have to pay for this lightweight little sports car? Because this car only weighs a little over 2,800 pounds. So here we go. Base price for the 24 GR86 Premium with the 6-speed automatic is an even 33 grand. Now, after options and destination and delivery of $1,095 from Toyota's Otagunma, Japan assembly plant, the total MSRP from the factory, $34,702. So let's check out the interior. Starting with the driver's door panel, please excuse my shadow, but we do have this ultra suede material up top, nice and soft, and then we go black plastic. But I do like how they put that up there, so when you want to put your arm out the window, it's nice and soft on the old elbow. Black on the door handle. Then we have the leather down here with light gray stitching, nice and soft. Then we have our switchgear right here on the door panel looking good. We do have room for a cup holder here, and then we have the speakers here for the audio system. Footbox. We have a nice looking footbox here with aluminum finish on your dead pedal brake and accelerator, looking good. The floor mats are in the trunk of the car at this time. Seating wise, you're going to get manual seats for the driver and the front passenger, because this is a sports car and it's all about saving weight. Now, seating wise, we have leather bolstering with the light gray stitching, and then we have the ultra suede inserts with the striping down the middle. I think it looks really good. Headrests are firm, bolstering's firm. Good looking sports car's interior. Passenger door panel, same as the driver, no change there. We do have soft touch up top, some brushed aluminum going into your heat and air vent, plastic here, and then down below a nice large glove box. Center stack, 2 heat and air vents, 4-way hazards. Here's your 8-inch infotainment system. Now, the window sticker shows this as wired CarPlay, Android Auto, because it says it's compatible with those apps. But we're going to check our apps, see what we got. Bingo, CarPlay, Android Auto. Then, of course, you can Bluetooth your radio, project your phone, Bluetooth your phone, get your radio going. We can turn that on. We got our HD radio right in here, and our Sirius XM. So they got Sirius XM for you as well. We can go back to home. We have our settings, again, touchscreen action, where you can set your clock, your driver profiles, your Wi-Fi hotspot, all that set. You can set up your sound. You can set up your phone. You can keep going to the right. So it's nice and easy in this setup in here. No problem. But again, all the maps and nav are going to come through your phone, because this is the base system, believe it or not, from Subaru. Now, Subaru and Toyota have collaborated on this car. The Toyota one is called the GR86. The Subaru model is called the BRZ. So we have a lot of Subaru accents all around the car. You saw the Subaru name on the engine. Now we have the Subaru infotainment system in here. So there's a lot of Subaru look inside this GR86. Now when we go to reverse, get a nice large backup camera with trajectory. So no issues there, and it takes up the whole screen, which I like. But overall, it's an easy, basic system to use. We do have volume and tuning knobs as well. Down below, there's your GR86 push-button start. Dual climate control, so I like that. And here's your toggle switches, which I like too. They feel very good going up and down to control your dual climate. And then here is the leather gator with the gear shift that's going to take you through this 6-speed automatic. It kind of looks like a manual stick, but it's an automatic. And you got the GR badging up top on the knob of your gear shift. So it looks good. Down further, traction control off. We have sport and snow mode, and then track mode over here. So that looks good. We have 2-stage heated seats for the driver and the front passenger. A manual emergency brake. Our key fob, now we're going to go Subaru on the key fob. So here we go. Lock. The Toyota emblem is unlock, pop the trunk, panic button. Looks good, but this is exactly what a Subaru key fob looks like, except they just switched out the badges. And then we have one cup holder in here. And now we do have a nice soft armrest. We open it up. We got 2 more cup holders, an aux jack, a USB-C, and a USB-A. All right, here's our GR86 steering wheel. We got a leather wrap wheel with the light gray cross-stitch Toyota badge on the horn button. I like the wheel, GR down below, but it's a round bottom wheel. And this is a very low to the ground vehicle, a very tight driver cockpit, and my knees are hitting it all the time. So I would have liked to see them go flat bottom here on the wheel on this GR86. But on our switch gear here, we have our volume, we have our telephone commands. On the right, we have our voice commands, safety suite controls, controls for the digital portion of your dash. We do have paddles to go through the 6-speed automatic manually. On the left side stalk, we have our headlight controls. And on the right, we have our windshield wipers. And then down over here on the left, you can brighten dim the dash, pop the trunk. And we do have a manual tilting and telescoping wheel. So they have you covered there. And then we have our digital dash, which I think is a nice and simple, easy to read readout. But right now we're in normal mode. If I push the sport button, it goes a little bit red for sport. If I push it again, we go back to normal. And then if I can push snow mode, we have a snow mode in a rear-wheel drive sports car. I love that. And then we push that again, we go back to normal. And then we have our track mode that we can engage. So it is a really, and there we go. And now the track's engaged, traction control automatically comes off. And then we get a different display for our we have our tach in the middle instead of a speedometer right now. And to get track to come on, you got to push that track button in, hold it in for a couple of seconds, and then it'll go into track mode. And then you do have additional information that you can go through if you want going down the road. And these things all have multiple pages that you can go through to see exactly what you want to see. These are your track apps right here. So they got you covered there. And then we can move over again. You got your music, you got info, because we do have our safety suite of controls in here, which is nice. So it's a really easy, simple dash to use, and I like how they display all the information. Overhead console, again, we have a Subaru overhead console here, not a Toyota one. But if you want your dome lighting to come on and off and you open and close the door, this button all the way over to the left on door. When you open the door, your lighting comes on. Should have LED in here with the premium trim. And then you close it, it dims out. SOS button in case there's an emergency on the road. Right there. Rear view mirror, standard rear view mirror with frame, but you do have the auto dim function right there. So they got you set there. And then our sun visor with vanity and a light. And does it slide? No. And that's a big window not to slide. All right, taking a look at the back seats, we can just fold the seat forward, give you a look. It is a 2+2, but the seats there's really no room for anybody. So I would imagine people are going to put their gear back here, but you still have the same nice leather bolsters with the light gray cross stitch and the ultra suede inserts. So I do like how they have it finished. It's just probably not going to hold people. Getting in the trunk of your GR86, you can pop it from the key fob or from the dash, or you can come to the back and there's a button just above the Toyota badge right there. You push it and you just lift up. Nice and easy. As you can see, it's very small opening, very small compartment, only 6.26 cubic feet of cargo space in the back of GR86. As we move on in, we do have the GR86 all-season cargo mat in here. And then underneath here, you do have some more storage with the fixed flat. So there is no spare in here. Again, trying to save weight. But if you need more room and you don't have anybody in the back seat, and you probably won't, you can put the back seats down. Now, we'll try to do this with one hand as best we can, but without getting my fat fingers in the camera shot. Here's your button right up there. You just push that down on this side. I'm going to push it down on that side and then come around to the other side, because I think it comes down all in one shot. And now we'll move this out of the way. Try to get in here. My apologies. Here's a button over here, and now the whole back seat comes down just like that. Woo! Now, if you come to the back, you can fit a lot more items once that big back seat is down. So I do like how they have that set up, because you do have a really small trunk in this GR86. All right, window sticker on the GR86. We'll zoom on in. There it is, 2024 GR86. Fuel economy estimates. Standard equipment. We do have the pre-collision system with pedestrian detection and adaptive cruise. Auto high beams. There's your option list. Total MSRP. Let's take this baby out for a spin. All right, we're on the road in this 24 GR86 Premium. And I tell you, the first thing I noticed when I started going down the road is that the passenger cabin's pretty loud. You got a lot of wind noise, you get a lot of road noise. So you buy one of these babies, you sit really low to the ground, got to get in the car, got to step out of the car, and then it's pretty loud in here. This is, I would say, fairly noisy. on the interior of this vehicle, because this is stripped down to its lightest form, just over 2,800 pounds curb weight, to get around the twisty bits out on the roads and to get around the track as quickly as possible. And that's what this is really designed to do, to be a fun weekend car to drive through the twisty bits, and to also be that car to have fun out on the track with as well. It handles like it's on rails. It really does. Because this is kind of a, what should I call it? Well, these people don't want to stop. A dying breed of sports car, right? It is what I would call this ultra small, rear wheel drive, medium horsepower, traditional sports car. And in this price point, there's really only 3 left to choose from. You got the GR86, you got the sister vehicle, the Toyota BRZ, and you have the segment leader, the Mazda MX-5 Miata. All very light, all with horsepower in the low 200s, this one at 228, but they drive like they're on rails, and they're a ton of fun to hoon around the back roads on the weekend, and they come with 6-speed manual transmissions. And that's what's I like about this car. It's an old school small sports car that drives really well. Really firm on the suspension, as you would expect. We're sitting here in sports mode, so it's going to be firmer, but boy, it really makes a nice turn in going down the road. Now we'll try out our brakes. Hands off, nice and straight. Now we'll take off, let the engine shift. And down the road we go, piece of cake. Now we'll come up to this left turn, see how she does. Sport 4S tires just dig right in and around it goes. Really well done. I barely even had to turn the wheel to get around that turn. These wheels are so responsive. Great tire choice with the Sport 4S summer tires on this rear wheel drive car. We got a limited slip diff out back to help you get this power to the ground. I mean, a really well done small sports car here in the GR86. And you can get in it at a price point. This one's about 34 grand. Let's say 34, 35. If you really want to go up in trims, you can go up to that limited Trueno trim, but now you're going to be close to 40. So let's say on average this premium, right, you're going to be 34, 35. This gives you a lot of fun. It doesn't give you all the horsepower, but it gives you a lot of fun and enjoyment for a lesser price point, and that's what I really like about this old school sports car. Turning radius 17.7 feet. Here we go. Around we go. Now we're going to go ahead, move this over to medium. Manual. We'll use the paddles and we'll see how it does. Again, not the fastest car, but it gets the job done. Now, I couldn't stand on it because we got a brand new engine, and I don't want to trash a brand new car. That would be stupid and irresponsible. So we shifted right around 4,000 on that run up. But smooth shifts on the way up. We'll get around this turn back to the right, see how she does. Just turns right in beautifully. I mean, just beautiful. Now we'll go down on the shifts. Smooth down. I don't know if you could hear that. Now take off again. down the road we go. So there you have it. So let me know what you think about this GR86 as that old school sports car. Is this the kind of super small, super low to the ground, old-fashioned, I'm not going to call it old-fashioned, but old school sports car that gives you a lot of fun weekend enjoyment, maybe some track enjoyment for not a ton of money? Is this what you would go with, or would you going to go with the MX-5 Miata instead? Let me know that in the comments. Or are you going to go somewhere else with that hard-earned money, maybe spend a little bit more and get something a little bit bigger with more horsepower? Let me know that as well in the comments. But I do want to thank Team Toyota of Princeton for allowing the channel access to this 2024 Toyota GR86 Premium in steel for review today. I'd like to thank all of you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like. Please also consider subscribing so you'll never miss another Shabby's Rides review. And I'll see all of you on the rebound. Take care, everyone.